No, it's Jimmy. Ridardo up front and playing in behind Ridardo, Ertehaler, number 7. Okay, we'll go with what Marius Shops. We'll go with Marius Shop. But Ertehaler had better play well today. I'm beginning to lose patience. For some reason, Gemini came on then. Who said your phone's not listening to you? Yeah, if Ertehaler can't perform today, I'm going to start losing patience with him. Early chance there, penalty. Missed it, didn't I? Missed it. Not a good start to the game here. I mean, what is Grujic doing there? Nowhere near the ball. I mean, the player's gone over him, actually, but you're going to get a penalty given against you all day for that. Not a good start at all. VAR's in progress, but as soon as you dive in like that, the player's going to head towards you, aren't they? Get this penalty over with, and then we'll talk about where we are. Where are we as a club? Yeah, good penalty, no chance for Lakiewicz. Wudge took them less than 4 minutes to take the lead against us. Go on, son, keep celebrating. Let's see if he's celebrating after 90 minutes. Long way to go. So regardless of today's result, Wisla are going to be around 7 points clear. It depends what happens in other games later on today. Either way, we're going to the winter break with at least a 6-point lead. At the beginning of the season, we'd have given our right arm and probably our left arm to be in this position. But we've not been playing well this last 5 or 6 matches, maybe more. Not creating enough chances. Hello, hello. Somebody's won a nice prize and we're back underway. Dude with the ball there to Ridardo. Nice little flick to Ertehaler. What's Ertehaler going to do? Gets it to Geiger. Back with Biedrzycki. Do you know that was such a disappointing performance the other night? Hopefully we're not going to carry it over into today. Do you know the character? You are always, as a football team, you are always going to lose matches. The thing that separates the better teams is how they bounce back after a defeat. Giza says they need to get a thumbs out. A Ridardo injury away from peril. Well, yeah. If only we had somebody who could fill in and get a good run in the team, just in case that scenario happened. We have number 11 from memory. Number 11, Ardit Nikaj. Scored the other night. We needed goals, and we'll take Ardit Nikaj off and put Ridardo on. Buffoonery of coaching, that is, in my view. I'm just starting to get a little bit fed up with Marius Shop. And I know people will say, well, look at the league table. Look what we've done this season. Fantastic. But it could be better. And it's not a get out of jail free card to shirk big decisions. And for whatever reason, Ertehaler gets his position. No matter what he could do. Is he going to become the Bruno Fernandes of Wisla Krakow? All over the top to Ertehaler. He's not going to win that. He'll probably give away a free kick, or he did all right. We've won a throw-in. I watched that game back the other night. Just absolutely abysmal. Abysmal. It's like we're playing with 10 men at the minute. And I don't just mean in this game. I'm talking about in general as a squad. The only thing I can think that Marius Shop is keeping Ertehaler in the team for is that he's thinking of balance, maybe. But balance, that'll be a corner to Wisla down this right-hand side. balance of a team will help you win games, but it won't win you a game if you're playing with somebody who's not. I mean, we've got this corner now. We do nothing from corners now. In fact, has he been taking off corner duties? Because the deliveries that are coming in, yeah, he's off corner duties. Duda's coming over. Delivery from Ertahala has not been good. We've done nothing from corners, really. Let's see what this delivery is like. Better, but easily cleared. No challenge. Looking for Biedrzycki there. Nice ball there from Lelyveld. Ertahala giving it away again, losing possession. I'm on Ertahala watch now, I find. Every time he gets the ball, I'm not expecting him to do anything good with it. I'm just hoping he doesn't give possession away. And more often than not, I'm disappointed. Geiger down this right-hand side. Ertahala there. Decent enough pass. Duda loses, Ertahala loses control once again. I'm going to have to put a montage together of Ertahala. I'm sick of talking about him now, but of what he's doing, and send it to Marius Jopp and just see what his thinking is behind. Keep picking him. I never thought I'd get to this stage with him, but I am now. Ertahala, nice ball into Duda, to Duarte. Sends one out to Bozic. Bozic with the header. It's cleared. Was that starting to amble back there? Not exactly sprinting back to get back in midfield with Igbekim. How much of our poor performances lately has been down to effort and leaving it to somebody else? We spoke about this. Start of the season, everybody wants the ball. I'm going to make a difference. Then it becomes somebody else will make a difference. Nice move there from Bozic. That's better from Ertahala. A little nutmeg. Gets it to Radado. Overlap from Duda. Needs support. Gets it from Radado. Chance here for Wisła. Corner down the left-hand side for Wisła. That's better. That came about because Ertahala with a decent touch and a decent pass. That's more like it. Duda swings one in from the left, looking for Grujic. Headed clear. Picked up by Ertahala. Plays it safe, goes back to Lekiewicz. Nothing wrong with that. Well done, Ertahala. Do you know, later on, I'm going to put a video together of Ertahala in this game and see what he does overall. Ertahala, nice pass there to Biedrzycki. Agiza says, the manager should make them watch the Legnica playoff game every day until February. Oof. There'd be mass suicide. Frankie James says, I've got the giggles. Oh dear. Right, that's the end of the first half. It's not been good from Wisła. Ertahala's having a word with the referee. He's probably saying, can you explain to me why I'm playing so badly? Repeatedly, week in, week out. The referee just said, go and have a word with your manager. And then Ertahala said, the manager says I'm playing great and that's why he keeps putting me in the team. What do we do now at half-time? I mean, what do we do? If we come out and perform like that again in the second half, we're going to get exactly what we deserve from the game, which is nothing. Nada. Zero. Zilch. I mean, we'll still go into this winter break now, which, as Frankie said earlier, is far too long. For the beginning of February now, that's how long we've got to wait. I know we'll get some sparring matches, some friendly matches in between then. I think we often go to Turkey, don't we, to Antalya and that, but it's just it's a long interval, and I know the weather plays a part in it, but with these modern grounds and modern stadiums, I'm pretty sure they can deal with the weather. Frankie James says, I'd have to walk around the Christmas markets. I'm hoping they'll come back with passion. Well, they've not shown much of it in that first half. Agiza says the rest of the table will only cooperate for so long. Do you know, in fact, let's have a look at that. It's a good point, Agiza. We have been so lucky, so lucky with the way results have gone our way when we've not been playing well and we've been dropping points. So last up was, yesterday was Grodzisk. They drew 1-1 with Pucha, which really, and they were at home. And when you look where Pucha are, they're in 14th place and not playing well. So they've punched well above the weight there. It's almost, it'd be 7 points. It almost halves. If things were to go our way today, it's a difference between kind of a 7-point lead or a 13-point lead. Big difference. So we need to come out in this second half and perform. However, I've often said this, the stats show that a team winning at half-time, only 1 in 17 games will they lose. They might draw the game, but only 1 in 17 games will they lose. So Wisla are going to have to come out in this second half, not only beat Łódź, also beat the odds. Are we capable of doing it? Yeah. Are we likely to do it? Not the way we're playing, definitely not. And not just in this game, the way we've been playing in the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. We're just not playing as well as we were. I wonder what Mariusz Jop's going to do at half-time. Is he going to make any changes? Hopefully so. I've got to say, I'm not convinced he's going to make the changes that we need, though. I mean, let's have a look at the substitute bench for Wisla. What options have we got? So we've got Baniowski, we've got Broder, forget that. Karbo, Krizanovski, Kutwa, Kuziemka, Lisicki, Nikaj and Omic. For me, bring Nikaj on, even if you're going to take Duarte off, but add Nikaj down that right-hand side. For me, I'd take Ertahala off and put Nikaj on in his place, go with the front two. I'd bring Omic on. Who would I take off? I'd probably have to take off, it'd have to be Duda, wouldn't it? He's not done a great deal in that first half. So it'd have to be Duda. We need to change things up a little bit. So do we look at maybe bringing on Carbo Belapart and getting Igbekim off? Maybe on 60 minutes he'll wait till... I hope he doesn't wait till there's like 85 minutes to go and then suddenly decide to bring Nikaj on, Omic on. Let's change things up for the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous if he does that. Do you know something? I feel like over the last... let's say 6 or 7 games, we haven't been playing as well as we have been playing at the start of the season. Longer than 6 or 7 games actually, and it's noticeable. And I find myself starting to just get on the players' backs a little bit when they're not performing. And it feels now like it's going from the players not performing and pointing it out and getting on their backs too, because Mariusz Jop's not changing things up. It feels like Mariusz Jop's the one who's going to start coming under, well, for me, he's going to start getting my wrath if he doesn't sort things out. And yet anybody from the outside looking in would say, what are you talking about, you clown? And they might be right. What are you talking about, you clown? Your team is top of the table, possibly by the end of today with, let's say, a 13, 14-point lead going into the winter break. And you're having a go at the manager? Well, my answer would be, yeah, because we've got a 13, 14-point lead, but it could be up to around 18, 20, 21. In which case, it's pretty much, unless the wheels absolutely come off, all 4 wheels come off your wagon, you're going up into the Ekstraklasa, aren't you? And then all these things that are happening now that aren't good enough in the team, and the manager is allowing to happen because he's not changing it up. When you move up into the Ekstraklasa, you don't get away with it. You just won't. So we're now Grodziska slipping up. The Ekstraklasa, they've been slipping up. You know, Slonks Wrocław, they've started slipping up lately. And so all these teams that were hot on our heels, they're all sort of dropping points at the same time, you know, as us. If that wasn't the case, we could well now be in third or fourth place when you look at that table. Obviously, we got off to the great start that we did, but it started to fade, and it started to fade after Legnica. You look back at our fixtures, and when performances started to go a little bit south, it was after Legnica, for whatever reason. The geezer says, I'm with you, Jimmy. At least it will give them something to think about during the break. Yeah, it's a geezer. What is your opinion on Mariusz Jop? And I mean, I'll openly give mine. That's what I think I'm here to do. That's what I will do. I think the players like him. I think the club like him, and I think the fans like him. Is that a good thing? Yeah. However, the downsides of it are, do they like him because... Do you need that little bit of fear from your manager? Personally, yeah, I think you do. I think you do. I think you need to know that if you're not performing, he's going to pull you to one side and just sort of say, look, you're not performing, you're out the team today. Somebody's in, and this is the reason why. I get the feeling that Mariusz Jop's more one of them who will keep somebody in to show faith to the player. And that's a good thing to a degree. But then does the player think, well, no matter what, it's obviously good enough what I'm doing because I'm not getting dropped. But deep down, a player knows. If you've played football, and I'm assuming we've all played football, you know when you're not performing, or when you've had a bit of a poor performance. You know yourself. You can lie to anybody. I can look down this camera now and lie to anybody. But you know the only person you can't lie to, and you will get found out every single time, is yourself. And I get a feeling, when he wakes up in the morning to have a shave or to holler, he must look in that mirror and think, wow, I am so lucky to still have my position in this team. I'm not saying in the squad, I'm saying in the team. But I get a feeling at the minute, he's either low on confidence. I will, all through that first half, I've been doing stream markers. And I am going to put a video together, and it I'm saying I am, I might not. It just seems a bit harsh. But depending how things go, the touches that Ertahal is having in this game, do a video and put a montage together. Because if people are just listening to what you're saying, or they're watching but they're not really taking it in, it's not until you actually look that you see how poor it is. And it's poor. It is poor. And the thing is, it's not just this game. It just isn't. And how he is justifying his place in the team, I honestly don't know. I just don't. And I don't know what the thinking is of Mariusz Jop. I mean, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Unless something changes, he's not going to change. He might have... Do you know what was working well at the start of the season? The ball was getting played into him and he was playing these round-the-corner passes first time, and Ronaldo was running onto him and we were scoring. It was all great. That's not happening anymore. That's not happening. And when you do that, most of the time, it's a 50-50, isn't it? You play the ball blindly round the corner and it's binary. Your colleague either takes possession or he doesn't. And if the look goes in your favour for 3 or 4 of them, it looks brilliant. And it's like, wow. But it's still a binary pass. And as soon as it stops going in your favour, then it just looks like you're giving possession away. And that is what we're doing. And now it's got to the stage where these balls are in the corner they're just not, they're not even becoming a binary option because they're so wayward that your colleague isn't even getting an option to challenge for the ball. So it's little things like this that were working that aren't working now. And that's what makes it look like you're overperforming. And it makes you look better than you actually are. And it goes back to what I've said repeatedly, that Ertahala is just a steady squad player, not the player that played in them first 4 or 5 games where he outperformed massively. So does he have a position to play? Does he have a part to play in this team? Without a shadow of a doubt. But as a squad player, as somebody who's going to come on as a substitute maybe once players are getting a little bit tired. And the other thing I was thinking the other night is a lot of the game seems now like it's happening too fast for him. And whether in them earlier games the game was a little bit slower because players were still getting up to 100% fit and that suited him. But once everybody's getting match fit and the sharpness is there, it's all too fast for him. And that's why he's not performing and he can't adapt. So we're bringing on Lisicki. I'm assuming that's going to be for... Well, it's not going to be for Biedrzycki. It's coming on for Grudzic. Yeah, Grudzic. Yeah, to be honest, he's not had the best first half, Grudzic. So maybe we want that little bit of extra height as well that Lisicki will bring us. Maybe he's picked up a little bit of a knock. I don't know, because I don't have commentary. It wouldn't be any good to me anyway, because obviously it's in Polish and I wouldn't understand it. Although I do have some glasses that I can put on that will translate to my phone. Don't know if that would work. I've got to try that at some point. Out. Picks a white shirt out. Recycled by Igbekim into Ertahala. This we're trying to create space on the edge of the penalty area for a shot or that killer pass. It's not coming. My stream's just gone a bit clunky. Oh no, it's smoothed out again now. Bozic. Back to Geiger. Over to Duarte on that far side. Loose first touch. Luckily wins a throw-in. But there again, that loose first touch means you end up battling for possession instead of just making sure you control the ball. You know, you don't run before you can walk, do you? And almost like, I don't say the players suddenly think they are something that they're not, because I don't think, for one, I don't think they're that naive. Nothing coming off there again for Ertahala. That's another one that will be in the montage. Unlucky there, trying to get Duarte down the right-hand side. It's blocked, but this was still in possession. Ball into the box there to Ertahala. Couldn't even put a challenge in there because he's not tall enough. It's back out with Duarte though. Nice little ball there to Duda. Pulls it across to Ridado. Tries to get it on his left foot. Gets the shot away. It's partially blocked. Trickles towards the keeper with no power on it whatsoever. You know, it obviously suits us to keep Duarte out wide on the right. Bozic will stay wide out on the left. It's a lot of ground and a lot of players to cover. Ertahala down that left-hand side. Nice shot pass to Duarte. Duarte loses possession. Lovely play there from Lelyeveld and Biedrzycki. Loose pass though, giving it away. Then Ertahala gets fouled. The referee is playing on. Is he going to go back for the foul? Yeah, he is. They've certainly targeted Ertahala today, as you can see. A little bit, nothing too much wrong with it. Definitely a free kick, but nothing more than that. Right, Duda, what can you do? Edge of the box, Ridado. Puts a shot in, blocked. Be a throw into Wisła down this left-hand side. We're just not creating anything, are we? It's really frustrating to watch this. And it's not just today we've not really created anything. We've not really created anything the other night in the Cup. We've not created much in our league matches. We went from this exciting, expansive football team to... Harley gets the foul, luckily, because you'd lost possession. Yeah, that is a foul. We'll let you off with that one, son. Right, who's going to take this? It's going to be Duda. Do you know, we know before this even comes in, there's nothing going to come of it. It's just going to be either headed or volleyed clear. It's hard to get excited. Well, it's headed clear now by Geiger. Luckily, it's picked up by Big Bakeem out to Duarte. Puts a nice cross in, headed clear. Not enough on it. Not picking anybody out, just putting a cross in. Why do they not try and pick somebody out instead of just putting it in a generic area? We're not blessed with masses of height, so you have to pick somebody out. Nice cross there to Bozic. Gets a little bit of support there from Lelyveld. Won't be losing it there. Well done, Igbakeem. Now it's with Geiger. Out to Duarte. Inside to Ertala. That's what Ertala can do. Just keep the ball moving. But apart from that, there's nothing exceptional coming. Cross comes into the middle, headed clear. Edge of the box, Duda with a shot. And a free kick's given. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We just do not look dangerous at all. Right. What's going to come here now? What's your money on? My money's on nothing exciting. I think from the last 50 corners we've had, we've not done anything with them. We just don't anymore. That's headed goalwards at least, Biedrzycki, but no problem for the keeper. I'd have saved that with one arm tied behind my back, I think. Yeah, maybe not. I'd maybe need two arms, but it's still not going to go in, is it? Getting quite depressing, this. You know, you always have hope that we're going to do something and something's going to turn around and we're suddenly going to find out a spark and we're going to do something. There's just nothing. There's nothing that this team, they're not offering anything. You know, now we know we've got this free kick. What are we going to do? Geezer says, I'm hoping for an own goal. An own goal is probably our best chance of getting on the score sheet, mate, honestly. What are we going to do from this? Looking for Biedrzycki, wins the header inside. But it's not, we can't win that second ball. Hello, hello. Almost got your dream of an own goal there, Regiza. Gone behind for the only way we're going to get back in this game is from something like that, a mistake. Because we are creating nothing. Our creative juices are not flowing. What can Duda do? Puts it on top of the keeper. Keeper's not challenged, but punches it away. Picked up by Duarte. Duarte puts one back in. Redardo turns, looks for some space, puts the shot in. Cleared, that would have gone in. Cleared off the line, we'll say. Duarte puts one to the back post. Headed goalwards by... Oh, it's in. It's in. It's in. It's in. It's in. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Do you know when that... I want to see this again. The players from Vis were all appealed and the game carried on, but I looked on the far side and the assistant's got his flag up. Frankie James says, yes. Do you know that there... Do we deserve to be back on level terms? I don't think we do, but we'll take it. Biedrzycki to Lasicki. Oh, yeah, it's in. Oh, yeah, it was in. I thought the luck had gone against us there. Yeah, it's well over the line. It's a good half a yard over the line, Jimmy. Sort your eyes out, son. We're back on level terms. Let's get the party poppers out. Oh, that was loud as well. That's another one stuck in the ceiling. We're going to have holes all over the place. Right, can we get the winner? Kind of, do you know something? If you're a Woods fan, here we go, we're on the break again here. Into the box, Duarte puts it across to Bozic. That was kind of a nothing shot across, but disappointed with himself there. Giza says, all contributions gratefully accepted. Oh yeah, as the fans do the Poznan. Do you know, if you were a Woods fan now, you'd be complaining, wouldn't you? You know, we're playing the top of the league, we're outplaying them, we've got the lead, and then we go and give a stupid goal away through a stupid pass which led to a corner, which is what ultimately what happened. And that's how we got our goal. We've not really created it, have we? Well, we'll take it. We'll take anything. But we want to start creating chances. Maybe this is where we start to believe and we start thinking, actually, we are top of the team for a reason. Let's go and show what we can do, because we haven't done so far. We've been absolute shite, but we're still in this game. We're back on level terms. Good move by Marius Shop at half-time to put Lisicki on, I've got to say. Grujic, I am a Grujic fan, but Lisicki, since he's come on, he's looked pretty good, and obviously getting the goal helps, but he's looked good defensively. And this is his last game now, his last league game before his contract is due. Right, Bozic is coming off, Kaziemka's coming on. Done well today, Bozic again for me. Plenty of time to go in this game as well. 25 minutes plus a little bit of stoppage time as well. Right, picked up by Duda. How much does Marius Shop want this victory today? Because there's changes he can make if he wants to. Cross comes in. Oh, another free header in the middle. They've had 2 free headers today, have Woods in the middle. That one was a little bit more difficult than the one in first half, but still they'll be disappointed. I mean, ultimately there, needs to be careful doing that, does Lisicki. He put his arm around the waist of the Woods player and pulled him back a little bit. If he'd have gone to the floor and VAR look at that, they're stupid enough to give a penalty. Right, we've got a chance to break here now. Ziemka, nice pass into Redado. He's got Duarte with space down this left-hand side. Finds him, edge of the box, overlap from Lelieveld. Lelieveld blocks, I'm not sure what happened there, he blocked the shot. He's got the ball back though. Back with Duda. Back to Lelieveld. Yeah, simple pass, keep hold of possession. It's with Lisicki. Yeah, can drive forwards now. Puts one into the penalty area. Flicked on by Duda. Back to Lelieveld. Into the penalty area. Not dealt with well. Redado picks it up. Now it's with Ertahaler on the far side. What can he do? Gets to the byline, puts a cross in, it's blocked, it'll be a corner to Wisla down that right-hand side. Do you know the other thing? Player who's there, number 37, Glavaki, we need to target him. Now we've got Kaziemka on. Target Glavaki. He's on a yellow card, he's been on one for a long time. And he's put a couple of iffy challenges in afterwards. I get the feeling the next time he puts one in, he's off. So get Kaziemka targeting the fullback. Agiza says all contributions gratefully accepted. Check Frankie's finger, by the way. Corner comes in, it's headed clear. He's going to have to take it again though. The referee's not happy with something. He's having a word with Biedrzycki and Glavaki again. When's the referee going to get sick of him and just give him a red? We'll take anything at this stage. Let's go for the 3 points. Do you know, at what stage, Agiza, at what stage, Frankie, do we take, or let's not say who we take off, who do we bring on? Do we bring Omic on, who's likely to put a shot in from 30 yards, and one's going to go in? I mean, he was so unlucky the other night. Peppering the crossbar, that's going to be a free kick. Possibly a yellow card as well, given away by Lelyveld. Might get away with it. Yeah, do we bring Omic on? Oh, and you know what I'm going to say. When do we bring Ardit Nikaj on? Let's go for the 3 points. Let's go into that winter break. Believing. Where? But now we can break. Right, dude, hit the pass over the top. Lovely ball to Ridado. One-on-one with the defender. Driving into the box. Too slow. Too slow. Needs support now. He's looking for space for a shot. Ertahala, what can he do? Nothing. There was just a time there where he was one-on-one Ridado with the defender, but obviously running with the ball, looking for options, slows you down a bit, and within the blink of an eye, there was 3 around him. Now there's a chance for Woods. That's on ball, isn't it, against Duda? The danger. Right, I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you what Frankie James has just said, first of all. Frankie James says, agreed. I was just crimping pies for tea, so I couldn't type. If it was me, I'd take off. I'd make 2 changes now. I'd take Duda off for Omic, and I would take Ertahala off for Ardit Nikaj. I'm still not sure what happened the other night with that goal when he didn't quite celebrate, but maybe I'm reading into it more than was there. But, what can we lose now in 7 minutes? Nothing. Omic is likely to have a shot from 35 yards and put it in the top corner. He's getting closer. He's hitting the crossbar now. Hey, what did we say? There's Nikaj. Who's coming off? Duda. Not played too badly today. Not done anything special. Just an average performance. Shakes his head as he goes off. Right, do we get to see Ridado and Nikaj now? Are we going to drop Ertahala into midfield, or are we going to make another change and bring Omic on? Are we going to bring Omic on in place of Ertahala? Not necessarily playing in swapping those positions around, but Omic will take over from Duda coming off and Ertahala coming off. We've already got Nikaj on there. It's a positive move, though. Let's put it that way. It's a positive move. Well done, Duarte. That's what I like to see. Battling hard. Go on. That's better. With 6 minutes to go, it's about time. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. Right, so as it stands now, Ertahala has dropped into midfield. Ertahala has taken Duda's position, and Nikaj has gone up front with Ridado. Look out for that microphone. Mario Shock's listening. That should be a free kick. Right, it is. Right, what can we do from this? First thing we've got to do from this free kick, please, can we put in a decent delivery? Let's not just plonk it onto a white head that's going to get headed clear. Frankie James says, come on boys, final push. Oh, indeed, what a way. A geezer hit the nail on the head. Get 3 points here now. What a way to go into the winter break. Everybody had to put a bit of a pep in the step. Oh, Ertahala's going to put the cross in. Right, let's see whose white head he puts this onto. Yep, just as I thought. Nowhere near a Wisla player. That'll be a corner to Wisla though, down that right-hand side. Right, who's going to take the corner kick? It's going to be number 7, Ertahala for Wisla. So let's get... if you were putting money on who's going to win this header, you wouldn't be putting it on a Wisla player, would you? I know past performance is not a guarantee of future gains, but your money would say. Well, Biedrzycki wins it, comes back to Lelyeveld and comes to naught. At least we got the first 2 touches, though, there from that corner, which has not been the case. Right, let's concentrate. Let's concentrate. Make sure we put a challenge in. Win this first header. Which we do. Ersahala, well done, son. That'd be a free kick to Wisła. Right, 15 seconds to go. What's Lasicky having a go at Lakiewicz for? Telling him to slow down? What are you telling him to slow down and having a go at him for? We're going for 3 points, you clown. Referee says that's all she wrote. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finish our final league game of 2025 with a draw. Fair result on the day? Probably. Did we deserve to win? Definitely not. Definitely not. I think a draw on the day is a fair result. It's a fair result. And we were guaranteed before today's game to go into the winter break with a lead. Let's have a little bit of quiet. For me today, who's man of the match for Wisła? It's not easy, is it? It's not an easy decision because nobody was outstanding. Candidates for, I'll say man of the match because there's no women playing today. You're supposed to say player of the match now, aren't you? Even though there's only men playing. So we'll go with the old-fashioned man of the match for Wisła. Would have to have been between, Biedrzycki played well. Lasicky played well when he came on, scored the goal. So he'd have to be probably the candidate for my man of the match. Ronaldo didn't really do anything, but he's not getting any service. And who else? Bozic did all right. I don't think anybody played particularly bad. I don't think anyone. I think when you see the montage that I'll put together for you, Ersahala didn't do anything. He just didn't. It's not me on his back for the sake of being on his back. He just didn't do anything. But we're going to the break with, as things stand now, we've got a 10-point lead.